Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am nearly up to the armholes on the little red sweater here. I haven't been doing a lot of knitting today, but I've done a little bit this morning. This little pink one, I got just a few rows, but I started on my computer doing the little matinee coat and the little bonnet that I did the other day. I decided to make PDFs. This is a pattern I've made from that. This is the where have I got the original pattern? Down here. That's the original pattern, and I made a PDF in my pattern size. Now I had to do a lot of work on this to get it to that size. That is just for anyone that might want to print it out in what's called the booklet format. I use Adobe to print them out, and I click on the booklet so you can get them in a small one, so you get them, you know, printed out like that all in one. But I had to do a lot of work on this because when I tried to do this just to copy it straight as a PDF, it came out a lot smaller and meant the writing was a lot smaller. You needed a magnifying glass to see it, so I had to take pictures, the JPEG pictures. I scanned them into JPEG pictures, and then I could alter the I used the things on my computer for to alter it, and I took away as much, as you can see here, as much of the white parts down the sides and the top and the bottom, and what I could off the top and that, to make it smaller, but also to make the writing larger. Because doing that, taking away the bits of the white on the sides, and I took away on the back, it has like the measurements, you know, inches and millimeters, and I cut those bits out there, and that, so that made to get the print out, it came a lot larger anyway. So for anyone that wants a PDF, I've made this one, and I also have this one. These were patterns that were sent to me by, I can't remember which subscriber it was because I get so much stuff sent to me, but she sent me a lot of patterns, and these were included in them, and so I made one for that one as well. I've sorted that one out. That's why I've been messing on with my computer this morning, and I had to work out one or two because I was actually writing and things like that on. I had to go through the paint and block all like the writing and things and that were on it. And they're not perfect quality. This one here, you can see, has some little marks up on the thing and that. But if anybody wants the PDFs for these two, I'm only sending them out in PDFs because I don't want to put them to sell them on eBay or Etsy, because there's probably copyright with them, even though they're about 50 years old, because I know I have the original one with all of these on. Actually, I'll show you. This is my original pattern, and that one has the little hooded one on, which I did for all of my sons, so I know it's over 50 years old because my oldest boy is 54 this year actually. So I did this one, and then that was the one I knitted the other day, and then this one here is like an angel top. It has the buttons down the back, and it has, you know, the bonnet, and there's the booties and the mittens, which the mittens aren't on either of those two patterns, and the angel top isn't on either. But the angel top is just knitting this one here exactly the same, only putting the buttons, all buttons down the back, and just putting it on the child back to front. That's the only difference. But I couldn't copy mine pattern because, as you can see, there's a line across there. It's torn in places, and it's well used, my pattern, and it's sellotape because it was dropping to bits. You see the sellotape, and so it wasn't worth, you know, copying my own, which would have put everything on. So I just did copied the two because they were better quality than mine, those patterns. But if anybody does want to buy these patterns, they would have to message me on email or something like, because I'm not putting them onto eBay or Etsy because of the fact that there could be copyright still. Don't know whether they're still being printed or not, these, but anyway, the PDF's there for anyone that wants them, and if anyone actually wants a paper pattern, you'd have to message me on my email and ask me, and, you know, send me, sort out how you want to pay for them. But I normally charge £2.50 for a pattern on eBay, and I charge £2.65 for the same pattern on Etsy, because Etsy doesn't give me as much for them. If I charge £2.65 on Etsy, I get £1.88. If I charge £2.50 on eBay, I get £1.88. So that's why it's a little bit more on eBay. But if anybody wanted these, I would just sell them as one pattern. I wouldn't charge for two patterns, because they're more or less off one pattern really. So if anybody does want those two patterns, paper format, just send an email to me, and we can sort out, you know, addresses and things like that. But that's what I've been doing this morning anyway. And I was at my bingo last night, and my friend came back lucky. She won £50, a £50 house. I won a £5 line. At least I won something. So unless we came home with £27.50 each, at least it paid for our night with a little bit left over. So it wasn't too bad. The night, but I've been looking through my other patterns of other cardigans and sweaters that I've knit. Now, before I started knitting for other people and that, or even when I first started doing orders for people, I'd write the instructions down in my book. But if I was doing like a rosebud lace pattern, I would just write down I'm doing the rosebud lace, you know, that it was a rosebud lace pattern, because I knew once I started the first row of the lace, I knew where to put the holes. I knew how to work everything else out on the whole cardigan, so I didn't bother putting the row by row of the pattern or anything like that. I just put how many stitches to cast on, do the rib, and then do the row of the lace, and then knit up to whatever length I'm doing up to the armhole. So I never put it down row by row, so I would have to work things like that out. But I have got a lot of patterns of instructions, but not the actual pattern row by row. So I've been sorting, that's what I've been doing this morning as well, sorting through some of my patterns, and I can do one or two, maybe some PDFs in. I have one or two sizes that I have put all the instructions down for, so I can send out one or two PDFs in the sizes that I have done, where I've wrote all the instructions down. But I can't do the patterns until paper patterns, because I want to put more than one size on a pattern. So I'm not really doing the paper patterns until I get a few sizes done. But until I find time to knit those sizes, it's just going to have to be pot luck at the moment, with an odd size here and there. But I will try and sort out some sizes, because I have some 40s, 40 to 42, maybe 42 to 44, and maybe one or two sizes like that I can put on separate PDFs for the moment until I get other things sorted out on the patterns and things I'm doing. But it does take quite a lot of time to sort out these things, and especially to write out the PDFs, because I have to go through a process, I forget what you call it. I have to write it out first and then put it through the PDF process and then sort it out to get a picture to put on the for the pattern and things like that. I have to sort all that out first, so it does take quite a bit of time, but I will do what I can to sort out the pattern, because I've had a lot of people asking me for adult sizes, but I don't know whether, you know, how many sizes I can actually do, but I will sort them out. But anyway, that was just a little bit for today, so thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time, so bye for now.